the fact, as you noted, Steve Witkoff is the lead negotiator here. He's the one that's been meeting with Putin. He's the one that's been leading these conversations. The Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, has not been really a part of those specific conversations. Do you think he should be, Rubio, playing a bigger role? If you're Secretary of State, is that frustrating that you're not the person leading this or in the room?
Yeah, I mean, frustrating is kind of a polite way to put it. It's unprecedented in certainly in recent U.S. experience, compounded by the fact that Witkoff is also the lead negotiator in talks with Iran, which I personally think are a waste of oxygen, but which may signal that Trump is ready to make a deal with Iran inexplicably. But how Witkoff, who has no experience with Iran, with nuclear weapons, or with arms control and non-proliferation, how that's going to happen, particularly simultaneously, really must be music to the ears of our adversaries.
On Iran, it's obvious where you stand on these talks. You don't think that they're worth having. What do you think is the best case scenario here? What's the worst case scenario that could come out of these talks?
Well, the worst case scenario, speaking of tapping along, which is a favorite Trump phrase, he says somebody is tapping us along. That's exactly what the Iranians are going to try and do. They have taken a terrible pounding from Israel, they and their terrorist surrogates, since the barbaric October 7 attacks. And their missile production facilities have been severely damaged, nearly destroyed. They're very worried that Israel, together with the United States or alone, may strike their nuclear weapons facilities. And so they'd like nothing better than time. They'd like relief from economic sanctions. And the idea that anybody's talking to this medieval theocratic regime that's been trying to get nuclear weapons for a long time and would be content merely with civil nuclear power. This is what was fundamentally wrong with the ill-advised 2015 nuclear deal. And as far as we can tell from what we know publicly, Trump, or at least Witkoff, is walking down that same path. It's a big mistake.
I also, before I let you go, do want to get your thoughts on Pete Hegseth. The White House saying Trump remains, in their words, strongly behind Hegseth after we learned, of course, he was in the second Signal group chat that was with his wife and his brother and others. Why do you think the president continues to stick with him under these circumstances that for most anyone else would be, or in any other administration, would be cause for termination?
Sure, I think it's true. In virtually every other administration, this agony would have ended a week or more, or 2 weeks ago. I do think that Trump does not want to be seen early in his administration to give up the pressure from the media and from the Democrats. But I don't see this lasting a very long period. I mean, I think Hegseth is close to being a dead man walking at this point politically.
All right. Well, we shall see. John Bolton, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.